Emily. Well, the holiday season comes with all kinds of stressors. Budgets are tight. You're making travel plans. You probably find yourself RSVPing to more events and holiday parties than you can handle.
That's true. So for all of those reasons, it can be a particularly difficult time for anyone working to stay sober. So if you're looking for support, help is out there. Tony Vizina, the executive director of 4D Recovery, joining us now with some advice on that. Good morning.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Doing
Appreciate
well.
seeing y'all again.
Yeah, you as well. Like Emily just mentioned, you know, the holidays can be tough for people trying to stay sober, especially for those in recovery. What is the reason behind that?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, you know, our culture likes to drink and party and have fun, and so that can be a big stressor. You have kids, you know, family events, and then you're trying to provide for your family and you know, provide a good Christmas environment. So there's a lot of stressors there.
Absolutely, and you know, the chances are, even if you are not practicing sobriety or in recovery, chances are someone in your family is, or someone that you know is. So, what are some ways that we can be mindful of that throughout the holiday season and support those folks?
Sure, you know, I think we hear a lot about how many people are struggling with addiction and alcoholism and stuff, but we don't hear about all the people in recovery, and there's over 20 million people like me in recovery. And so if you're out there, know that you're not alone. If you're struggling, there's a lot of people in recovery. And if you're a family member, you know, maybe you don't offer the alcohol, or if you have kids, you know, teenagers struggling, then I would encourage you not to drink or smoke weed or do anything else around them, and to support them in that.
Yeah, let's dive into what 4D is all about. We've had you on the show before.
Right.
For those that may either need a refresher or they're seeing you for the first time, what is 4D and how does it support?
Sure, yeah. 4D is a recovery nonprofit that offers a variety of substance use disorder services to adolescents, families, and young adults in the Tri-County area. We serve hundreds of people every month, mostly between the ages of 18 and 35, but we do have an adolescent program that we opened up this year. And we just help people overcome addiction.
Very cool. I know you do stuff year-round, but is there anything in particular during the holiday season that you're focused on?
Yeah, in the holiday season, we really ramp up you know, lots of events and stuff at our recovery centers, and then we talk to people about their plans, you know, about what they're going to do in recovery during the holidays. You know, do they have a support group set up? Do they know how to say no? You know, one thing that I always say is that I'm allergic to alcohol when I'm out, you know, and then I can break out in handcuffs if I drink.
That's a good way to
very
politely refuse.
Wow.
But I think even just, you know, even getting to kind of talk through some of those comments, like what are you going to say, or do you want to go to this event? What's going to be there to make that plan? I think a lot of people might have an initial reaction to stay home or pull away or not want to be part of things if there is going to be drinking involved, and so then the holidays can be really isolating for people, which is also not good.
Right, and you know, the last thing you want to do is be alone during the holidays, you know, and feeling bad about yourself because you have this problem. But like I said, you know, recovery is a beautiful thing, and a lot of people are in recovery. And there's tons of different recovery groups: Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. There's the Miracles Club. There's 4D, the Alano Club, Pain and Horse Recovery. There's a ton of places you can go and find other people in recovery to hang out with.
Yeah. So what else can people do to either support 4D or to support people like Emily was saying, just over the course of the holiday season? What is something that people can do to keep in mind to make it a little easier on people in recovery during this time of year?
Sure. So if you want to support 4D, there's several different ways. I think we have a QR code we're going to show where you could donate. We're in the Willamette Week Give Guide. Plug the Willamette Week Give Guide. You could go there and donate, or donate to an assortment of other nonprofits. And then if you need a new car, you could go to Gresham Subaru from now through January 2nd. And if you buy a new car out at Gresham Subaru, they'll donate some money to our mission as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, their Share the Love event around the holidays. They spotlight a lot of wonderful local organizations, including 4D Recovery. They've been a big supporter for you guys over the years.
Yeah, they've helped us generate hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we would not be where we are today without them.
That's fantastic.
Big deal. Tony, well, appreciate you taking the time to come in here once again. It's another good reminder. The holidays often a stressor than in many ways that you don't think about if you're not always in these situations directly. So it's good to keep that in mind. Tony, really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And again, if you want to learn more about 4D Recovery's work, again, that's www.4drecovery.org. And check out Gresham Subaru's Share the Love event now through the new year. Learn more about that at greshamsubaru.com. Coming up next in the Buzz on Entertainment, the Golden Globe nominations have been announced. We're going to go over some of those nominations.